again, YouTubers. Ultimate SpongeBob 101 back here again on the SpongeBob channel with a featured guest. Yes, Download One. And he's here today to talk about the SpongeBob movie along with me. Yay. Okay, so this video is all about my review of the SpongeBob movie and thoughts on it and some other random references. Alright, so if you haven't checked out the movie in your local theater, please go check it out. If not, just buy the Blu-ray or DVD or something like that, because the movie is really good. So we're gonna start off with ratings, and we're gonna be splitting the ratings into two. First, by looking at personal opinion and in the capacity as SpongeBob fans, as well as the harshest rating we could possibly give it. Alright, so of course the first set is what we feel the movie deserves, and the second one is what, if we really were to rate it down, then what would we give. Alright, so the first one, I, Ultimate SpongeBob 101, will give it a 4 out of 5, so that's 80%, and
I give it a 3.8.
Right, so 3.8 out of 5, right? So, and why is that so? Because, actually, a lot of effort was put in the movie. The animation styles were really, really cool. I didn't really like the part about 3D, the 3D parts.
I liked it, though.
Yeah, so that's, but that's why I give it a 4 out of 5. I really like the 2D parts. I guess you agree?
Yeah, nah.
Well, you prefer the 3D?
Yeah, I prefer the 3D
okay,
part.
so Download One prefers the 3D, alright? So, as for the musical score, alright? We had a lot of really cool music, although some of them were really, really dull. Yes, we're going to be talking about the musical score later in the video to end off, and what else do we have? We have a lot of very, very close references to previous episodes. For example, teamwork. Don't you think that reminds you of the fun song in episode 9? And Hold the Mayo in Planet of the Jellyfish. Yeah,
Planet of Jellyfish.
You're in the food fight. And again, if you do not know what we're talking about, please go watch the movie and come back and watch this video.
I don't think the movie is still showing. It's
well,
1 month.
It's actually still showing.
Ah.
Yeah. So yeah, make sure you watch it before it closes in theaters. All right. No feet. Does that remind you of No Nose and No Nose Nose, episode 107 in season 6? Yeah. And also we have the time travel part. I think that's one of Download One's favorite scenes.
Yes.
Alright, so a really cool art style in the time travel. It was really, really unique, and it's something that made the movie a whole lot better as compared to the 3D, which everybody is just assuming the entire movie's in 3D, which is really not, because it's only less than 25% of it is in 3D. And all the trailers were talking about 3D. Okay, but anyways, Sandy and the drive-thru, the sunken Krusty Krab, Spongehenge, and yeah, the first one, drive-thru. And of course, we had the really cool rap battle. Alright, I mean, I really don't know who invented rap battles. You?
I know who invented the rap battle.
Well, who did?
Nice Peter and Epic Lloyd.
Well, okay.
Epic rap battles of history.
Oh yeah, that one. Right.
Actually,
so
they didn't really invent it.
Well, they didn't invent it, but at least they started a trend, so that's why we have the rap battle, right? So if you haven't checked out rap battle, you can check it out again by watching the movie, or you can search up for clips on it, etc., right? So, little piano, little violin in Squillum Returns, and the Conan hit when Patrick tells SpongeBob about the giant ice cream on land.
So reference to Hall Monitor.
Yeah, Hall Monitor. Alright, so Those are just some of the many references we had to the TV show, right? So movie starts off with the pirate obtaining the magic book, and I particularly like the part where the screen turned left and right before arriving at the atoll above Bikini Bottom, right?
The island.
So yeah. Anyways, that was entirely live action, so nothing amazingly SpongeBob-ish in that. But we also had a food fight following, and we had the potatoes, which turned into fries, and the pickles, and the tank that fell on the guy and said
said
he was
tanks?
raining tanks, right?
And then Plankton said, "You're welcome."
Yeah. So of course that was all a gimmick. And again, if you haven't watched the movie, this is a spoiler, but I'm pretty sure you guys have watched the movie. So
I'm pretty
we
sure they
also
have. Pretty sure they have.
Bar the Door, remember that one? And Plankton's robot. Okay, Plankton started out with the plane, then the tank, and then the giant robot.
Which ran out of fuel.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
and that was that's also included in the SpongeBob Hero Pants game as the only boss in that game. So you know that game is really bad. But okay, that's not the point of this video. Then we go on to the disappearance of the formula. It mysteriously vanished, and Mr. Krabs assumes that Plankton's lying. So SpongeBob and Plankton take off in a bubble, and Mr. Krabs starts saying that they were.
They were in cahoots.
No, the guy said.
Oh yeah.
That some other fish said they were in cahoots, and he said, "Yeah, that was a short way of saying it." All right. Anyways, then that kick-started the apocalypse, or at least a war against everyone. Well, yeah.
A war of all against all.
Yeah, and of course, after that, we had the part about what was that again? I can't remember what this means. Okay, never mind. But anyways, we had the. Oh yeah.
The preparation was
Yeah.
time travel.
So basically, teamwork. Yeah, the teamwork song. You can listen to it on Spotify or iTunes, whichever you please.
YouTube.
And of course, preparation for time travel in the taco. What was that restaurant called?
It was an abandoned taco restaurant.
It wasn't supposed to be abandoned because the lights were on, but
there's no one in it.
yeah, there was no one in it. So they had a photo booth, bowl of nachos.
It was on a mountain.
Yeah, it was on a random mountain that we never seen before. And yeah, they built their time machine. So that was the start of time travel. So they traveled 4 days four in time, and yeah, everything was wiped out. So then
Except for Patrick.
Oh yeah, Patrick.
Who had that long beard.
With the long beard, who assumed that the Great Krabby Patty famine was over. And of course, then we meet Bubbles, and while Bubbles went to the restroom, SpongeBob accidentally let Saturn and Jupiter crash into each other.
He did not let.
Okay, fine, maybe he didn't stop them. He didn't stop them from crashing into each other. And, well, they started running after that because, well, Bubbles wanted to, well, fry them. Reference to the first movie where King Neptune wanted to fry Mr. Krabs, or at least, well, burn him to a crisp. Alright, and of course, then they travel 2 days back, and they obtain what they thought to be the secret formula, of which wasn't because, well,
Because Plankton switched the.
And Patrick accidentally used the time machine to bring back a Squidosaurus.
Destroying the time machine.
Yeah, destroying the time machine. So, well, Plankton and SpongeBob started quarreling, and yeah, that was my favorite part, after the quarrel, where SpongeBob started talking about how everybody was just being savages and everything. And yeah, so he he offered to be sacrificed. So now we move on to the sacrifice, and he smells Krabby Patty. So yeah, SpongeBob didn't die. All right, so they went on land.
They went to the moon. They flew on the eel.
Oh yeah.
They climbed down the mountain.
So that was a really long journey, and all secondary characters went home. Yay! I really didn't like the secondary character reference, which is why I rated it 4 out of 5. And yeah, I just realized I didn't talk about the most harsh ratings. Okay, now we'll get to that in a moment. So we get onto land via Bubbles the dolphin, who was very kind, who very kindly, uh, well, helped them get to the surface and let them breathe on land, which is like wow. Okay, so yeah, and then we had
So
the
they came up to land.
yeah. So what was the guy's name? Burger Beard. Yeah, Burger Beard. Well, he sent them onto Pelican Island after, but yeah, from then on, SpongeBob and his friends turned into superheroes, and they finally obtained.
It's all Avenger style.
Yeah, Avengers style. They almost obtained the secret formula until well, yeah, everyone was knocked out, and then Plankton came along. Yay, Plankton.
I think it's a reference to Hulk, like Hulk.
Yeah, I mean, like Plankton always wanted to become bigger, like in Creature from the Krusty Krab, he. The one of the levels was about Plankton's dream of becoming big.
Yeah.
Right. So, and then of course, eventually Burger Beard got kicked by Plankton all the way back to the island, where the rap battle would follow, and
Burger Beard became Painty the Pirate.
Yeah, Painty the Pirate. So it doesn't really fit, but at the same time it kind of fits. So okay, and of course we have the ending, where everything is back to normal in Bikini Bottom, and yeah, you have the celebration outside of Krusty Krab. How many Krabby Patties were there?
3,000.
3,000, yeah. The guy asked for 3,000 Krabby Patties, and yeah. So, while this quick overview of the movie yeah, okay, fine, not very quick, but yeah, very long overview of this may sound really boring. The movie itself is really good, and you should definitely check it out. So now for our harshest ratings, for me, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5, and
I give it 3.3.
Yeah, 3.3. Okay.
Going with the points.
Yeah, why? Because I really didn't like, as I mentioned previously, secondary characters. I mean, why do you need to reference that anyway? Like, there's no point in doing that. It's not even funny. All right, and a lot of other things like
the storyline is quite
yeah. Those guards kicking tires. What is wrong with them? Who kicks tires assuming that tires are alive? So, I mean, of course there are going to be a little bit of ridiculous parts, but overall, I'll still stick with the 4 over 5 if you ask me. So, harshest rating, 3 over 5. Most feasible rating, 4 over 5. And, of course, 3.3 over 5 and 3.8 over 5, respectively, for our very, very nice guest, Download One. Alright, so make sure to pre-order your DVD or Blu-ray copy of this from Walmart. I think Walmart's having a pre-order for it. You actually get some Pez dispensers with them. But you can order them online as well. The movie, the 5-song episode, at least, is available on iTunes now. And you can get that $4.99. The movie score will be coming out March 24th in the United States. So please do check it out. It's available online. Alright, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching our 14-minute long SpongeBob movie talk show. Alright, and yeah, so Download One will be joining us again in another video, but till then, stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe, like, favorite, kind, etc. Make sure to check out Download One's channel. We have the link in the description box below, right? So yeah, you know, I always think that people don't actually read the description box, read whatever's in the description box. So, you know, the most important stuff is always at the top. So yeah. Alright, that's all for this video. Make sure to keep it right here on Ultimate SpongeBob 101. Next video, SpongeBob Comics 42. Stay tuned for that. See you guys next time.